Okay, so welcome back to the daily link building tips video. Today we're going to talk about how many links do you need to rank. Okay, this is a question I get asked an insane amount, and it's not relevant at all for two main reasons. Okay, so the first is most of the people that ask me this don't give me a specific keyword. So I'm going to dive down into how you can kind of estimate a little bit how many sort of high quality links you need to rank. But then again, really that isn't very an accurate sort of figure anyway. So we're probably going to just glaze over that today. Another reason why it doesn't work is because we don't know the types of links that you're talking about. We can go ahead and build 10,000 links in about 1 minute, but those are really low quality automated spam links and they are going to harm your site instead of help it rank. Whereas we could build one or two insanely authoritative links from, Huffington Post or whatever an industry leader is in your specific category, and our rankings would skyrocket. So it shouldn't be a conversation of how many, it should be a conversation of what types. And if we have a baseline, whether we're talking about authority or whatever we are talking about, then we can sort of get an idea then of where to go. Okay, so I wanted to talk about a really competitive keyword. So let's just say credit cards, for example. This is pretty much the most competitive one I could think of. And we've got two sort of individual types of content that review credit cards, okay? So we've got our best 0% credit card deals and top 10 credit cards, right? Now these are the sort of keywords that will be making 5, maybe even 6 figures a day in sales, just because of the absolute sheer volume of people typing this in and how well they convert, okay? So if we have a look at this page, it's just not really a very good looking page, but it's got, a call to action here, blah, blah, blah. We're not really interested in the page. What we're going to do is we're going to take the data and look over in Ahrefs, both of these, and see what the difference is to individuals ranking at the bottom of page 1. Okay, so if we whack our keyword or our link in here, we can see that they have 875 referring domains and, 22,000 backlinks with a DR of 64. So really nice, powerful site, right? One thing I want to do is just make sure for this example that we're looking at the exact URL, and that will help us give us a better idea as well. So in this case, the referring domains are 430 to this exact URL, but the DR of the entire site is 64. So it's a really powerful site, pretty much as you would expect. Now, if we were just to look at this example here, these two figures, we would say, okay, we need about 500 referring domains, all of which are slightly higher quality or the same quality as these, and we would rank above them, right? That might sound like a lot. For this keyword, that's actually a lot lower than I was expecting. Okay, so if we take this money.co.uk, do the same thing, make sure it's the exact URL. Strangely, they don't have an SSL set up, which is incredibly strange. You can see DR again, very high. Referring domains and backlinks quite a lot lower though, okay? So if we just looked at this data, we would say, okay, we need 170 links or referring domains to rank, okay? If we stick with our contextual value, so say we want contextual, relevant, high quality links, then we would probably need only about 100 to rank for this keyword. But on the face of it, that is not actually correct for two reasons. The first is you can actually hide links from sources like Ahrefs, Moz, Majestic, and all those tools, which means that all the links here, there are actually loads more that they're not picking up. So if we have a look at referring domains, we can see the issue or the second issue with this. And that is that these links are from extremely powerful sources that we have pretty much no way to actually get, okay? Interestingly, these look like slightly spammy links, to be honest, which is very strange. Yeah, these actually look like PBN links. So, I mean, I'm not sure how they haven't been picked up yet, but that just shows that, Black Hat rankings still actually work. So, I mean, honestly, that is pretty insane that it's still working, but whatever. Even for a keyword as competitive as credit cards. We'll go back to Money Supermarket because I'm pretty sure they aren't going to be doing anything too dodgy in terms of their referring domains. So we'll have a look here. We'll go to referring domains and we can see the type of links they're getting from, okay? So you can see Guardian, Huffington Post, Telegraph, PR Newswire, Express.co.uk, This Is Money, Money Saving Expert, yeah, Yahoo, all of these insane DR sites. Now, if we could get all of these links in a similar natural white hat way, then yeah, we would outrank them. But this would take an incredibly long period of time, okay? And as you can see, we're going through and all of these links are still above 50, and that's domain rating. It's just a nice little tool. They're all, well, most of them are related to specific actual financial niches as well. So I'm just having a look at a few that look quite dodgy, but even this looks like a real site. Again, this looks, I mean, it's not too bad, but very old. And then that site's dead. So as you can see, it's not a case of how many links we need to rank, because in this case, if we said, okay, we need 500 different referring domains, you might think, okay, that's actually not that difficult to get from the traffic value that you would receive for ranking first for credit cards, which is, upwards of a couple of mil a month. Then getting 500 links actually seems like an easy thing to do. But when you think about all of these links have to be relevant contextual links above DR40 and even higher, you need to get some in the 70s and 60s. That's going to be insanely difficult to do. Huffington Post and the Telegraph and the Guardian and Express, Money Saving Expert, This Is Money, they don't link to just anyone, right? And as you can see, This Is Money, they have like a site-wide link, it looks like. So unless you had thousands upon thousands to spend, this isn't a credit card, this isn't a keyword that we would be able to go after. And simply saying, okay, we need 500 links is a terrible way of doing things. Instead, take a look at some longer tail keywords and reverse engineer how many links you need for those. So for example, if this was 50 and our DR was, started from 55 or 60 and went down to 30 on the bottom of page 1, then we'd know that we could actually rank this because we could generate those links in maybe 2, 3, 4 months, and we could actually rank that keyword. Okay, but don't take this at face value. Okay, how many links do you need to rank is a question that gets asked way too much. You do need to, of course, do competition analysis, but even the basics of using Ahrefs, checking out the overview, will give you a good idea. So if they get a traffic value of just shy of 1 million a month in how Google values that traffic or how Ahrefs values that traffic, chances are they're going to be spending a lot on ranking organically. Okay, if you don't have 1/10 of that to invest, then it's likely that you're not going to actually rank. Okay, so take this with a pinch of salt, these numbers. Most of the time they will be a lot higher and more competitive than you think as well. Okay, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and remember, if you have any questions, you can pop over to ghostmarketing.co.uk or just drop me a message. Okay, cheers.